Right, let's move on. Well, if Harley Reid was watching this game yesterday, maybe he will be hoping that they pass on him because the West Coast Eagles, another disappointing day out.
Well, Damo just touched on Curtin. He's a key back, and West Coast have just been destroyed by key forwards all year long, and that's why they may need a key back anyway. Because McGovern got found out yesterday. He's a good player, McGovern, but he's sort of coming to the end. Barras is going to hang around, so they need somebody else to be there with him. And Tex Walker's kicked 9. He was having shots from the car park at one stage. I think he wants this Coleman medal, and he's put pressure on Curnow. Has to kick 1 to draw and 2 to win it.
Yeah,
he had a great year, didn't he?
He did. He had an outstanding year. As we get into this.
Oh, no.
He's thrown to his own stinger.
Well, TJ had his glasses on, his phone. I thought I'm going to have to throw into my own Vol-Kane-O.
Eddie.
No, I'll tell you, I just got a text message
from Eddie.
No, Eddie? From
Neil. Put the wrap it up thing on.
No, from Jack. Jack. Oh, do you want to tell us about your supermarket stories?
Craig Gilman?
Yeah, saying tell Kane nice words about Jack for a change.
Nah, he's my man.
Yeah, but we had a laughing emoji.
All right, well, let's go to this. You mentioned Jeremy McGovern, and this has been my criticism over the West Coast, is their standards for too long, for 3 years, haven't been good enough. So I want you to watch possibly one of the poorest individual games from a key defender I've seen. So the ball is only going to Walker. They're trying to get him the Coleman medal, and the room that McGovern gave Walker yesterday, it has to be seen to be believed. Like, look at the lack of intensity. Now, this isn't a game where Nick Naitanui you're saying goodbye to. You're saying goodbye to your inspirational captain, Hearn. You're saying goodbye to Shuey, who's been a great player, and this is what McGovern delivered for them. Like, the amount of times he was beaten one-on-one. So, yep, you can sign a new 2-year contract. Watch this. Watch the press. Walker's got about 7 at this stage. I'm going to leave the hottest player on the ground all alone inside forward 50. He's going to take one step and kick it straight through the middle again. So this is the standards that West Coast have accepted for far too long from senior players. Could have shown 10 of these. That's for his 9th, and we'll see one for his 10th in a minute. Look, if you're going to perform like that, don't pick those players, because that was pretty ordinary.
And you've been strong on that Simpson can't get through this. Is that another reason you'd say on what you saw yesterday?
They just get too much leeway. Yeah. Like, who is his teammates challenging him? So that is not good enough. How can you leave Taylor Walker alone like that? But unfortunately, the sad state of affairs at West Coast is that that's just accepted.
The Fremantle Dockers ended their season on a high at the expense of... we've got some retiring Eagles, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have, TJ, and you've already mentioned Nick Naitanui, who hasn't played all season but was part of the ceremony post-match when he, alongside Shannon Hearn and Luke Shuey, were given the send-off, and the great Josh Kennedy there in the background being part of it as well. It is clearly era-ending to a point here with what we're seeing and what we've known coming with the Eagles, and what happens next from a coaching perspective. We'll get a final answer on that, I'd imagine, as early as tomorrow from a West Coast board perspective on its decision on Adam Simpson.